This lesson is a Key Stage 4 introduction to the organs in the circulatory system and the other parts of the circulatory system. So the title of today is Circulatory System Organs. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to name the organs in the circulatory system, state what is meant by double circulatory system, describe the structure of veins, arteries, and capillaries, and finally explain the purpose of the adaptations of the veins, arteries, and capillaries. So we should write our notes in the Cornell note-taking style with our objectives on the left matching up with the notes on the right. Finally, you'll summarize what you've learned at the end of the lesson. So the organs in the circulatory system are the heart, the arteries, and the veins. Each are distinct structures that are designed for a specific purpose. So the circulatory system in humans is known as a double circulatory system. This is because there are two separate loops through which the heart pumps. We have the pulmonary circulation and the systemic circulation. The pulmonary circulation is when the blood vessels travel through the lungs in order to collect oxygen. So the pulmonary artery leaves the heart, it goes through capillaries in the lungs, and then returns to the heart by the pulmonary vein. Then the blood leaves the heart via the aorta, which is an artery, and goes to the rest of the body. Then it returns via the vena cava to the heart. So it is double circulatory system because it has two loops. Arteries. These carry high pressure blood. Because they're taking blood away from the heart, the blood will be of a high pressure because of the muscles in the heart pumping the blood through them. That means they have an elastic inner wall and a very thick layer of muscle. That thick layer of muscle is able to expand as the pressure increases. They also have an elastic outer wall. The veins, however, have a thin muscle layer. This is because they carry low pressure blood. Because the blood is returning from the organs back to the heart, in other words, it's a long way since the heart was pumping and pushing the blood is of much lower pressure. However, this presents problems. The veins have valves in them. Because the blood is so low pressure, the blood may start flowing backwards. In order to prevent this, valves allow the blood to flow only one way. Capillaries are extremely small blood vessels. They are so small that their walls are as thin as single cells. Capillaries are found throughout your organs. If you get a graze, you'll find that the capillaries very slowly release small amounts of blood. You may notice specks of blood when you get a graze. This is because the blood travels through very, very small vessels. The reason for them having only one cell thickness is one, because the blood will not be high pressure in that area, and so they can afford to be thin, but also so that oxygen can diffuse from the red blood cells through this single layer of cells that is the wall of the capillaries in order to reach the cells in the target organs. Finally, when we put it all together, we see that we have our arteries carrying high pressure blood and having a thick muscle wall. Takes them to capillaries. Those are found inside our organs. Capillaries are extremely small blood vessels. The blood is then brought back together into veins. Because the veins have low pressure blood, they must have valves in them in order to prevent the blood flowing backwards.